The Fatu Network News Review today, 12 November 2018. I am Omar Wali. We spoke to the Minister of Petroleum, Fafa Sanyang, has shed light on the oil issue that has been debated since on Friday. And we also spoke to a few people on the streets of Serekunda. What do they make about this announcement by FAB that no oil was found? Was there no oil in the Gambia, or is only one oil? And what do people understand by the whole scenario? And the Minister of Environment, Lamin Diba, has also said the ban on plastic bags is still in place. We will have all those stories for you today on our news review. But before that, I will start with the newspapers as usual. On the Standard, another twist in Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation saga. The Standard is reporting that President Adama Barrow has ordered that the administrative leave of the Managing Director of the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, Mohamed Manjang, be lifted and that he is duly notified to resume duties. According to the statement from the State House, the President has also ordered the services of Mr. Momodu Kamara, the staff representative on board of, to be terminated with immediate effect, and the termination be complete with the cooperative policies. Both men were put on administrative leave in August after following 2018, following a long-standing internal conflict at the corporation. Star FM Yusuf Dabo received death threats. That is Yusuf Dabo, one of the presenters at this popular Star FM Mandinka News, said that he has claimed that he received a death threat from a so far unidentified listener who called him to threaten him. According to Mr. Dabo, he walked onto the office of the Standard newspaper and the CEO Alpha Kariga that the incident happened on Thursday around 7 p.m. when he received a call from someone who identified himself with a name he could not remember, but he gave his address to Askotu Kware. And Dabo said the caller made reference to a story carried by the Standard titled African Lawyers Vow to Bring Jammeh to Justice in Ghana, which he read on air on that afternoon. And according to Mustafa Yusuf Dabo, rather, the caller angrily told him that all what he was reading was a lie and one day they will come for him, he told the Standard newspaper. And no oil or gas found in the Gambia in the first oil drilling. That is the State House has issued a press release on the 9th of November 2018 that President Adama Barrow has been updated on the results of the first FAB and Petronas offshore exploration in the Gambia. The prospect of the findings oil and gas in the first offshore exploration has been unsuccessful. And the CRC has been urged to include using local languages in the parliament. That is the people of Jokadu have urged the Constitutional Review Commission that the medium of communication in the National Assembly should include local languages, not the English language alone. They were responding to questions raised by the Commissioner Yankuba Dabo, who is among the officials of the nationwide tour, as the consultation on the Constitutional Review Commission continues. Meanwhile, Keba Silla of Karantaba village said it is unfortunate that majority of Gambians cannot understand the language spoken by their parliamentarians while debating the national matter, saying such state of affairs should stop. And he said people will be more involved when they can understand what is being said on their behalf at the National Assembly. And Banjul North National Assembly member deplores mistreatment of Gambian migrants in Europe. That is Osman Silla, the National Assembly member for Banjul North, has called on the government of the Gambia to engage European governments to put an end to mistreatment of young Gambians, migrants who are in search of better lives in their countries in Europe. And Mr. Honorable Silla made these remarks recently in the German city of Hamburg. And on the Standard, on the Point newspaper, the Point also is reporting that no oil or gas in the first offshore drilling, reporting that there is no oil in the first offshore drilling, and the Social Security MD reinstated and staff leaders fired. That is the same story published by Standard, that Mohamed Manjang has been reinstated to resume work, and Momodu Kamara his service has been terminated. And Fabakary Tombonjara coalition in disarray and Barrow in isolation. That is the party leader of the former ruling APRC, Fabakary Tombonjara, who is widely known as FTJ, has said that he is convinced that President Adama Barrow is either not on top of issues or he is being misled. He said this is because the coalition government is in disarray and the president is in isolation, and he is therefore either not on top of most of the issues or he is deceived. And the government spokesperson, Ibrahima Sankare, on fake news, that is the government spokesperson, Ibrahima G. Sankare, has expressed disappointment with some journalists who always write fake news about President Barrow and his cabinet. Sankare was speaking at a press conference on Friday held at the Ministry of Environment, further described some of this editorial as abhorrent. And that's all we have for you on the point. And the Foroya also is reporting that Attorney General should not be a politician. People of North Bank region told the CRC delegation in several meetings held by Constitutional Review Commission in North Bank region. People reiterated that the Attorney General should not be a politician. The Attorney General should not be a minister or should not be a Minister of Justice. The Minister of Justice is a politician position, and the people told the CRC in the North Bank region. And on the Voice newspaper, they also reporting that the first test drill found nothing. That is the same story on the two other newspapers. But the APRC demands the resignation of IEC chairman, that is Aliu Momor Njai. Fabakary Tombong Jatta, the leader of the APRC party, has said that his party is preparing a communique that they will present to the Gambian leader and demand the resignation of the IEC chairman, Aliu Momor Njai. The APRC held a press conference last week where they said the 2016 elections were not credible, or it was rigged, and the IEC chairperson challenged the party to bring proofs. That is all we have for you on the papers. We will move on to a story, and that is the Minister of Environment, Lamin Ndiba, has said that the ban on plastic bags is still in place. He made these remarks on Friday at a press conference at the Ministry of Environment. Let's take a listen to the Environment Minister.
My technicians have talked about some issues which I would not, they are technical. I can go into them, but I would just want to deal with policy matters. I mean, plastic, we all understand plastic was banned in this country, and it was done through a due process that went through Cabinet and the National Assembly. And Gambians need to understand that this law cannot just be uprooted like that. Even if it has to do, we have to go through a process, which we have not foreseen for now, because the conditions, as the director said, are still there. I always said environment is the most difficult portfolio because it has to do with attitude. People's attitude is very difficult to manage. But it is only left to us Gambians to understand that we can make changes if only we are ready to change our attitude. This is very, very important. Dr. Baji touched on something that every time you see people putting ebe in plastic, bags, not knowing that plastic contains some chemicals, that when it gets into contact with heat, it comes up, furen. And some use this to light their charcoals and what? These are carcinogenic elements that when they get into your system, gradually it kills you. This is why we are out. All these measures are put in place to protect the Gambian population. We are not doing it just for the sake of doing it, or we are not doing it to stifle anybody's economic activity. We are doing it to safeguard the environment, the animals, and the human beings. Because if we don't do, we are inviting for a major public health catastrophe. So I would want every Gambian to understand that the plastic ban order is still in place and we have not lifted it. And anybody found wanting, the law will take its course. This is a message that I would want every Gambian to understand.
Africa Global is pleased to launch Dalaba Housing Estate. Dalaba Housing Estate is our newest estate located on the Sukuta Jabang Road. You can buy a finished 2 or 3 bedroom house or service plots accompanied with a free fence and gate. At Dalaba Housing Estate, you get to enjoy bituminized roads, gated and fenced properties, solar street lights, water reticulation, public amenities, 1,500 fruit trees aligned in streets, and many more. Make a 25% down payment today and spread the balance conveniently for 10 years with GTBank, EcoBank, and Trust Bank. Terms and conditions apply. Wait, this is the best part. We are giving a discount on outright payments. For more information and exceptional service, please call our office line on +220 4410 Better still, call us on mobile or via WhatsApp on +220 376 2333 or +220 776 2333. You can also visit our website on www.tafafricaglobal.com. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global. Our focus is Africa.
That was the Minister of Environment there, Lamin Diba, on the ban on plastic bags. He said the ban is still in place. And he also talked about people putting ebe on plastic, and he said it can be detrimental to the people's health. We continue with the oil story. You may remember an announcement was made on Friday that no oil was found, but to many, it is entirely in the country. So Mami Sedikan went out and asked people, what do they understand and what do they make of this announcement that no oil was found in the first drill in Soma 1. So let's take a listen to the people from Serekunda Market.
Today for the Real Africell 4G SIM and receive 1 GB of internet data for free.
Gasoil we come ni ko waxe dal man surprise la ci am because of dama fogon ni xena yaakar yu bari mu ngi fa won because ñun yaaga nañu dégg lolu since time yaay jamme be fum nekk ni man fogon na ni sa time bi ni gaay dañ ko gëna proof woné ni lolu mu fi am ba paré ñun suñu yaakar yeb dañ ko bayon fofu nonu so suñu démé ba wara déggaat ni lolu amul da lolu yaakar bu tas la dal ci ñun
si affaire pétrole bi man mi déggana ko wayna dégg ak gis-gis outé fa outé parce que ñi ñoo dé dox di wax li gëna or dal ñu déggul nguur gi parce que nguur gi li ñu wax lolu mo gën am fayda
ntode akuwoni enjakal bakele na sister katum follow ñi ngamoy nun ko gaswelo be Gambia janne after ñi last len nata moy ko gaswelo ñi yemin discover nun kabe Gambia janne aman soto aman ka ku soto renti so ko ñi wente jahal bakele because malo ko na hanyame because follow bira fota mol mumé la tele ko something true lam gaswelo ñi be Gambia janne so ñi last lite wo be kala no ñame fo ya fo ko fuel man so do Gambia jan wo fa ngente fa jahal bakele na sister ko ñi jahal bakele
gaswelo na sarta jabetata na man sere fana betata ko jam tol fana ka fe ngol sere mi alon ko na rama sakunda tamanda nyama o bentol na fala bay na mol mel khaju jang asiata lu mol be jang satel be jang bitikol be jang hotelol be jang poro be jang terminalol be jang okay traffic union be jang moto siata ko do men khaju asiata kodo men kaja sha na rama sakunda kanya maman jare bankun dindi jama wara kaja ndela fon fante kaja fon da ndara mirota man kolya fon
anyway miralo kutente bulunyin gas petrol and gas quoto sai yo ngamira memmo fenkote dro memmo possible solution to sign dro bare ndunta ñu Gambia kono nga lonko nenero nen ku kotengol be bantale ñu Gambia kono because mbela attention mo woleti ni aje nga ñu Gambia fight pour ayena because ni across ñing essential la ko bring sadawda la jamano so sadawda ya ab mention ne ko essential be janne so abina la do ko la very soon so ibaje la ko wonata yaaja memurta nan o fana APRC government fana nata fo yaaja melota television to ay kaseto itandi mol CD itandi mol la ko programme be paretale everything is already abe babula bina adoko la very soon so still o fana 22 years ke janga mankeno so nata joko maybe o be mu pour ka Gambian ko nenele mdron pour kelte la politico samba but as far as Gambia bele ñi ñu Gambia create so ñi coalition government create so ngamera ñi sinna no le ka facti fo mole ka tonya fo mole ka jibe ni ya kiskisi ni aje ko tonya esanso be janne sa ko indi esanso be janne bari ak pour ka do ko conditiono le be kole
Replace your 3G SIM card today for the Real AfriCell 4G SIM and receive 1 gigabyte of internet data for free.
Really?
Yes, get 1 gigabyte for free just by replacing your SIM card at any AfriCell outlet. With
Those
no
are the
loss of
voices there
contact.
from
The cost of
Serakunda
bundle
market
from
on the oil thing. It seems like so many people don't understand the oil subject. That's what I put to the Minister of Petroleum, Fafa Sanyang. Earlier on today, I met him at his office and I asked him about the oil. What was the problem? What went wrong? And how much did government spend? How much is government share on this oil thing? And are they still hopeful that there will be oil in other wells in the country? So that's the interview I had with the Minister of Petroleum, Fafa Sanyang, and let's take a listen to him. Mr. Minister, thank you for granting us this interview. As you know, there's a lot of talk going on regarding reference to this oil thing. FAB lets people understand that one of the oil there has not been oil found there, as far as you know. So, what really happened that there was no oil found in this thing?
Okay, let me start by telling you exploration. Drilling is part of exploration, and there's no 100% guarantee of finding oil. But we've done a lot of geological work, geophysical work, which is some seismic survey. This license was signed in 2012, and a lot of work had been done. And the FAR came in last year. And the good thing is that at least they've done their work program. They were well designed and drilled. And it was actually found not with hydrocarbons, but we got a lot of very important information that would lead us to further exploration. So there's so many factors that can lead to not finding oil.
Okay.
The oil may not be there, not necessarily, but the oil will have migrated to other areas that we're going to continue research.
Okay.
But this is a first step in exploration. Look at it here. We only drilled historically only 3 wells. Onshore wells, one in Brikama, one in Kanifing, and one offshore well that was drilled. The last well that was drilled in 1979. So we have very little well information compared to Senegal or other countries. Senegal, we have more than 100 wells drilled in the past, and Ghana, for example, about 300 wells so far drilled. So this is the beginning of exploration. Of course, the ultimate goal is to find oil, and would have been a good thing for the first well to get oil. But it's not uncommon also to drill many wells and you don't find oil. But that doesn't mean that there is no oil in the area.
Okay.
For example, Senegal, where they find oil now? Hunt oil was there before, and they abandoned it, and these people came, they find oil.
Okay. Now, you said there's not 100% guarantee, but the argument many people are saying, if you people do your homework properly, you would have known whether there is enough or there is oil or not. What do you say to that?
Well, I don't know what they mean by doing homework very well. We are talking about a depth of more than 2,000 meters or to 3,000 meters or so, and there is no direct study. This is not like gold or diamond, where you can pick. This very far deep, and then the studies that we do, is geophysical work, seismic work. You can only interpret, and then from there you drill, and the only assurance to discovery is drilling. So that's why I'm saying whatever homework you do, you can still miss it, and not necessarily have done the homework well. How many wells have been drilled dry, in the world? So many, and the world will continue drilling and dry wells. So it's not a matter of not doing homework well.
Okay, when you talked about oil migrating, how can you make a layman understand that?
When oil, basically the hydrocarbon is cooked, it moves from where the organic matter has been transformed into oil to where we think as a kind of a reservoir or trap. It has to be trapped. So when you drill and you miss it, possibility that there's no oil, because there are possibilities of getting oil, or it could be only water, or it could be oil, gas, and water. It could be gas too, But sometimes the oil will always migrate and to a trap. That's why we try to find out. And we get a trap. That's the prospect you drill. That's why you drill. And so what we are not sure is that this particular prospect we drilled, there is no. So the question is it possible that the particular structure we're doing, there could have been a oil moving somewhere if there's any oil? I mean, we are not concluding anything now. Okay. We've got the data. We are getting the data right now. As I'm speaking to you now, wildland logging, as I'm told, is going on, and we will continue to study the results of drilling ourselves and also our partners. So unless we got that particular, we know exactly, and that will lead us to any further investigation.
Okay, so just to get this thing clear, because one of these wells did not have oil, doesn't mean there's no oil in the Gambia.
Oh, no. I mean, as I said, Senegal, if you go to Senegal, you just Google, you see a number of wells drilled. So many wells have been drilled. As I said, where they find oil now was explored sometime back. You know, so it doesn't mean that there's no oil in the Gambia offshore. We only drill one prospect, and there's so many other prospects out there.
And how many are those? How many left now?
There are so many. Well, in the offshore area totally, we are talking about more than 10 prospects in different areas. You know, so but all of them need to study to develop it to prosper, to drill to drillable status.
I understand that I read through an article that's like they spend like 40 days or so to do this whole drilling and so on. But how much money was spent on this first one?
Well, I will not be able to tell you the exact amount of money.
Estimate?
I cannot give an estimate because I may give you a wrong figure. Okay. But probably the company will be able to give you that much. But we will get all the information. I don't want to be quoting figures here which are wrong. But oil is very expensive. Because it can go up to $50 million. I mean, look at total expenditure, not only even on the well, but for the other things, you know. But it could be less than that. But of course, the oil is getting more and more expensive depending on the oil price.
So, but as far as we know, Gambia did not put it to.
No, that is not Gambia. Gambia, we cannot afford that. You know, it is a risk capital.
Risk capital.
So risk capital is the company. Somebody is putting that money in, not the country. We cannot.
So now, what next for this country? And as far as this oil thing is concerned,
no,
it seems like so many hopes have been dashed away.
You see, there are hope probability and also the real probability. The scientific probability of getting a chance of oil is different from the hope. Hopefully, we all hoped that they will find oil. That is the whole essence, both the partners and ourselves. That because the structure we found, you know, this kind of similar structure that produce oil in other places. So that is our hopes. But then, as I said, this is the beginning of things. And we just, thank God, at least we've started exploring, started drilling this year. And then we will continue to explore and drill, and then eventually we'll find oil. If oil is there, definitely we'll find it.
You sound optimistic.
No, if oil is there, we'll find it. That one I know we'll find it.
Okay, now what do you say to people who say that, you know, maybe the government was using this as a propaganda tool, as a game, you know, to coerce people to support them, but we all know there is no oil.
You see, all exploration started long time, not this government actually. You know, so this is it. So many wells have been drilled, and of course it will continue also. You know, it will continue. Exploration will continue. So there is no propaganda. In fact, but this is reality. The well is drilled, explosion is done, and the results are out. People know that's happening. So there's no propaganda in this. You know, it's not a propaganda actually. It's something that that's why we have the ministry. We have the oil company. You also have the commission, you know, and just like any other country. So it's not a propaganda.
It's a normal thing.
It's a normal thing. For exploration is it's not uncommon to drill and have a successful well. But for the common man outside there, you know, they're always thinking that if you see a company is putting money, there must be oil there. It's not always the case, you know. As I said, if you just go to Google, you'll find that a lot of exploration wells have been drilled right in many places in the past.
Now, we are in the event that they discover oil, because it seems like not many people know what really happened, what is happening as far as this oil thing is concerned. So if they eventually drill and there is oil, how many percent is it the Gambia going to have in this whole thing?
I also read in the papers, some are saying government has only 20% and it doesn't work that way. You see, the shares of companies doing it is different from the government take. Called the economic rent. Economic rent, there are special taxes levied on oil and gas. If you go to the incomes and the value-added tax, there's special tax regime. They can schedule for oil and gas. And also there are other avenues of getting, we have royalties, you have software rentals, you have bonuses, you know, and many other things that government take. You put that together, you know, government take is always more than 50% or 60% or something like that. But it's a complex arithmetic. But it's not as simple as company X get 40% and one 40% GNPC or Gambia government share is 20%. No. If you go to Senegal, for example, Petrosen, you know, the share is not up to 20%, that's 10% or so, and many countries also are 5%, you know. But then that is not the actual share of the rent of the government take. It's not that. It's not calculated that way. It's a different calculation.
So is the government going to get a lion's share or not?
Well, what do you mean lion's share?
Not a huge amount from that.
Of course, yes. Government take will be more than 50%. So that is obvious. Right. That's obvious. Yes, that's obvious.
Okay, Mr. Minister, thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
Thank you. That was the Minister of Petroleum there, Fafa Sanyang. He's made some clarification on the issue of the oil. He said they are still optimistic that there is oil. This is just one well that was drilled and it was found out that no oil was found. Now our line is open, is Fatu Radio Live. That is our Skype address. Those who want to call and contribute on any issue, from the newspapers to the petroleum thing to the oil thing, and the address is Fatu Radio Live. We will take a few calls before the end of the program, but the Minister of Petroleum was the one we spoke to this afternoon. And he said the ultimate goal was to find oil, but it's also not uncommon to drill and not to find oil. And I think there is somebody on the line now. We'll take that call if that person is available. But just to recap, the Minister of Environment, Lamin Ndiba, has said that the ban on plastic bags is still in place, and that the laws that were put in place by the former government as far as the plastic bags concerned is still in place. The Minister of Petroleum, Fafa Sanyang, has also said that although no oil was found in the first one, but they're still optimistic that there is oil. And like I said earlier, that their ultimate goal was to find oil, but it is also uncommon, also not uncommon not to find oil. It happened in Senegal and in other parts of the world. Like in Ghana also, they drilled several wells, but no oil was found. And that's what I got from another person earlier. Our address is Fatu Radio Live. Those who want to call, the Skype can call, and we take a few questions before we finish the program. The interim leader of the former ruling APRC, Fabakary Tombong Jatta, also said that they wanted the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. They are demanding for his resignation. There has been push and pull following the 2016 presidential election. Well, if you don't have anybody on the line, and I think we will draw the curtain here. And I know one or two people are trying to get in, but if they cannot, we will end the program. We'll just give them one more try and see. Hello? Hello? Unfortunately, I think it's not available. So viewers, that's where we will end the program today. And I could not get anybody via Skype, so we will end the program here. So that's all we have for you. The interview with the Petroleum Minister and the Environment Minister also said that there is still ban on the plastic bags. So that's all we have for you. From me, Omar Wali, and my team, we thank you till tomorrow.